I want to talk about philanthropy. What is the magical philanthropy? Why philanthropy is such an important part of you? You said once, and I love that sentence. You said to Nessia that God gives you money because you know what to do with it. So, what is it in philanthropy that so moves you and drives you? What is philanthropy for you?
Well, first of all, I love the joy of helping people to give their money away because everybody that can give is capable of giving and then does give. They have a persona about them. They have a joy of giving because to give is to create. To give is to further the importance of humankind. You can do so much with money when you give it because it not only helps who you give it to, it helps the person that gives it. Even for myself, when I'm able to give, and I give far more than I ever thought I was capable of, and I would rather give to some charity that I know that they need the money than to, I get far less pleasure going to buy a new dress than I do when I'm giving money to a needy charity. So that's what sort of moves me to give. The causes are never ending. There are causes in every aspect of the world. But if you can give and help, and every single person can make a difference, that's what I enjoy about philanthropy.
But still, you developed passion to some causes and less passion to other causes. Can you identify the main causes
Well,
and what's the connection?
okay, my synagogue is a main cause for me. I'm a person that's very loyal, and if I am loyal to a cause, then I stick with it forever. So the synagogue, because I spent 22 years on the board of directors. I know the inner workings of the synagogue. I was president of my synagogue. So when somebody says to me, it's not so convenient for you to drive there, I'm loyal. I'll spend the extra 10 minutes to drive there rather than change to a synagogue that's 10 minutes away from me. So part of it is loyalty. The another main cause is Sharp Hospital here in San Diego. It's a place that both my husband and I have worked, and now I've worked as a volunteer for 20 years. And so when you see the inner workings of an organization, that helps you to want to give money to them. Another one of my passions is Planned Parenthood, because
What is it?
Planned Parenthood, they help young mothers in distress, whether they need an abortion or whether they need medical counseling or whether they need birth control pills. I feel very strongly about the right to choose for women and the right to have their own reproductive freedom. So that's a cause I support. I support Hillel, which is campus, the campus youth, and the students there need a lot of support because it's very difficult to be a Jewish student on an American campus. The anti-Semitism and the forces of the other, mostly Islamic religions, really try and get in the way of the Jewish students. So I feel strongly in supporting those needs. I support the ADL. In fact, my husband says, you name an organization and Betty will support it. But that's not true. There's a lot of organizations. I mean, you have only so much money, and so
Yeah.
you have to
And the United Jewish Federation.
United Jewish Federation and the Jewish Community Foundation, which is where I spend a lot of volunteer time. Another thing that makes you say yes when you're a volunteer is how the organization treats you, what their goals are, how they pursue their issues, and how they treat the volunteers. Now with the Jewish Community Foundation, when you volunteer there, you're the top of the totem pole. They treat you like kings and queens because you're a volunteer. And with Sharp Hospital, I have the same thing. So why not volunteer there?
When you say that they treat you nicely, it means that what do they do? Give me an example of.
Well,
They don't treat you, they don't take you for granted.
no, they don't take you for granted. You get invited to every function that they have. You, I mean, it's like you're one of them. You immediately become family. And when you become family and there aren't other issues, then you're much more productive in your working, in your volunteerism. So it's good to be a volunteer with those organizations.
And it's about the organization, or it's about the
Personalities?
personalities?
Both.
It helps if there is a person in the head of those organizations, or the person that connects with the volunteer, who is a person to person that has,
Well,
peoplehood skills.
yeah, they have people skills, but they also run their organization with fairness and trust, and they're always appreciative of what you do and how you help them. So